Welcome to the Now. I'm Ashley Jenkins. The saga of Digital Homicide versus Jim Sterling has finally come to its end. We think. For now, anyway. The case was dismissed yesterday with prejudice, which means that Digital Homicide can no longer bring any action related to this case back in the future. So, it's, as far as we can tell, like for real dead, legally speaking at least. The insane $15 million lawsuit came about after Jim Sterling made critical remarks about Digital Homicide's games, which prompted them to make a review of his review, and then, well, it got a little nuts after that. Jim Sterling said in a statement that you can be made to spend that much money and effort defending yourself from spurious claims should be a worrying prospect for anybody whose job involves saying things that some people aren't going to like. Now, considering the last we heard of Digital Homicide, they were closing their doors and abandoning their other lawsuit, you know, the one where they wanted to sue Valve for kicking them off of Steam, and they were trying to sue like 100 anonymous Steam users. It's probably safe to say we've seen the last from them. Although, if that's the case, it's kind of a shame because they have provided an awful lot of entertainment. Not like game entertainment, but just meta entertainment for all of us. All of you non-PlayStation gamers out there hoping to get a chance to play the remastered Crash Bandicoot trilogy, looks like your prayers have been answered. After making a whole big fuss about the Sane Trilogy being PlayStation exclusive, the company is now updating its tune just a little bit. PlayStation Ireland clarified the game's exclusive status in a tweet this week, saying Crash Bandicoot will launch on 30th June 2017. To clarify our earlier post, it will be coming to PlayStation 4 and PS4 Pro first. So Crash is a timed exclusive, not an exclusive, which means it will more than likely be making its way to either the Xbox One or PC or Switch or all of the above, whatever, at a later date. Over the weekend, Final Fantasy VII fans were treated to a couple of lovely screenshots of the Final Fantasy VII remake, courtesy of a presentation by director Tetsuya Nomura at a show in Monaco. Some fans were a little perturbed that all we've seen out of the game over the last year is screenshots, and they were like all from the same area of the game, but take heart! We've also heard some other developments about the game's progress this week. According to a new interview in Dengeki PlayStation with the game's producer, Yoshinori Kitase, the voice acting for Final Fantasy VII Remake is almost finished. Of course, he's probably only speaking about the voice acting for Part 1 of the remake, as the game will be released in multiple parts. But hey, that's something! That's more than we had before. Horizon Zero Dawn finally releases next week, and apparently it's poised for a pretty massive debut. Don't know if you guys checked out the Is It Good we reported on yesterday, but so far reviews are pretty good, and it looks like sales might be too. Research firm Superdata has just sent out a report with the game's sales projections, estimating that it'll move between 4 to 6 million units this year alone. For a new IP, that's very impressive. More than that, they expect lifetime sales for the title to be somewhere close to 8 million copies, which places it in the same realm as long-standing AAA franchise entries like Uncharted 4 and Metal Gear Solid 5. Seeing as how this is a brand new IP for Guerrilla Games and PlayStation, man, that's a massive launch. Early reviews for Horizon Zero Dawn have been very, very favorable so far. We're looking forward to checking it out. If you're still on the fence about whether it's gonna be cool or not, we'll be doing a stream the day it comes out, so you can check that out for yourselves and see what it's like in action, all raw and stuff. Nier Automata is out next month for PS4, and supposedly it's coming out for PC as well, but you never know it thanks to Square Enix. PC gamers have been repeatedly confused by Square's marketing for the game. They've published and retracted the PC release date multiple times and have been pretty completely silent about it for months now. And yesterday things got worse, and that is because Square Enix finally sent a trailer to the press that had the game's PC release date, March 10th, the same as the international release, along with the Steam logo. PC gamers took that as final confirmation of the game's PC release date, and you would hope so because it's not that far away, except Square Enix changed their tune again. The same trailer ended up releasing later on YouTube, and it removed that PC date and the Steam logo. So now, who even knows what's going on with that version of the game anymore? Look, this isn't hard, Square. All you have to do is say something. Some new hints have dropped as to the identity of the next Overwatch hero, and spoiler, not Doomfist. Blizzard posted an in-universe interview with Effie Olandel, an 11-year-old engineer. That's gotten fans thinking that Olandel, or someone related to her, is being the game's newest character, and according to the post, the girl won a Genius Grant from the Adawe Foundation for her work in artificial intelligence and robotics. Wow, this could be quite the 180 from Doomfist, actually. So we'll see if she turns out to be actually a playable character. Nobody tell Terry Crews. Get ready to murder some zombies because Dead Rising 4 is coming to Steam next month. In a fun game show-esque video posted to YouTube, a spunky narrator tells us that the game will come to Steam on March 14th, complete with blood so realistic that the ESRB actually called the cops. Dead Rising 4, of course, already launched on PC through the Windows Store last year, and the Steam version won't include the Xbox Play Anywhere benefits, but it will have its own benefit of being on the largest PC gaming platform around. So there is that. While VR games have gotten a lot of attention recently, some numbers released by Steam reveal that the industry still has a long way to go. In a recent media event, Valve officials said that while there are more than 1,000 games that support VR on Steam, only 30 VR apps have made over $250,000. Now, while that might be disappointing to would-be VR developers, Valve co-founder Gabe Newell said he's still bullish on the technology. "We're optimistic. We think VR is going to be great," Newell told Polygon, among others, at a recent media briefing. "It's going in a way that's consistent with our expectations." But he also added that the high cost of entry into VR is still a potentially major problem. "We're also pretty comfortable with the idea that it will turn out to be a complete failure," added Gabe, who was candid as always. Prices for Steam gamers are about to go up in a lot of countries, specifically Australia, Japan, South Korea, and, well, couple more as well, but those are some of the major ones. And some of the hikes, which are due to Steam complying with new sales tax requirements in various countries, are, well, they're kind of significant. GameSpot reported that, according to an email from Steam, the following sales taxes will be applied to games over the next few months. In March, Switzerland will see an 8% increase, South Korea will see a 10% hike, Japan's games will go up 8%, New Zealand will see a 15% hike, which really sucks, Iceland will get a whopping 24% hike, which sucks even worse, South Africa's games will go up 14%, and India will see a 15% increase. So none of those are low. Also, Serbians will see a 20% tax implemented in April. Meanwhile, a 5% tax will hit Taiwan in May, and Australians will see a 10% increase in July. According to the email, the tax amounts will be included in the advertised price of games on Steam. So if you've been holding off on a game purchase, maybe get your shopping done before then, because all those sales are about to get a little bit less saley. The man who brought Donkey Kong to America, tragically, has died, and we're all gonna miss him. Alan Stone, one of the founders of Nintendo of America and an industry veteran, died recently at 71 after a long illness. Stone and a partner founded a company in 1979 to help Nintendo bring its coin-operated games to bars and arcades in the US, which led to games like Donkey Kong coming to the States. Nintendo opened its American subsidiary in 1981, and Stone was its co-founder and vice president. Stone left Nintendo in 1994 to become CEO and president of Sega Entertainment, the company's arcade division. After spending 10 years at Sega, he bounced around as an executive and board member at various companies like Platinum Studios and Raging River Corp. So he's done a lot for this industry. R.I.P. Alan Stone, and thank you so much for bringing a classic game stateside and making it possible for us to have the Nintendo that we have today. If you have a favorite classic Nintendo game that he made available to you and to all of us in the US, please leave it in the comments and let's get a list of all the best retro games he brought us going. The latest blog entry on the Overwatch website, Blizzard posted an in-universe interview with Effie? Is it Effie Olandel? Effie? Yeah, Oladell I think I got, but the Effie or the Effie. I'll say it both ways and we'll